no be only me dey here, the person wey be say it's sabi gangan as far as the property matter dey concerned. I talk about no other person, but Engineer Debo. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Chief. How you doing?
We did okay, sir. How was your trip?
Trip fine. You always ask for trip.
It's
Trip
it's good to have you back.
Thank you very much.
Okay, last week we been start something we be say, thank God say you wey come be ogbonge as far as real estate. Now you dey here today to help us continue. Because our viewers today, we want to know some things on top real estate. And last week before we go, we promised una say we go talk about them. And I know some people are really in tune. They want to know what it be those things. We be say if I talk say I get land now, the document we be say I go dey check, I go flip. Okay, this one day, that one day. Say na see of what I must first go get ni. I been we monile. I been so before we been go last week, we promised them say okay, everybody we know say get land, go bring your documents out so that today we go to talk about the things we supposed get.
Okay.
If we talk say I get land and property, vis-a-vis what we want to do today.
Okay. Thank you very much, viewers. It's a pleasure to be here today. Once again. But before I answer your question, Chief, I was reading in the papers that your village, Ijedodo, that some people are encroaching onto government something, and government has served them notice to clear them. I don't know if you had that notice. So they were making the publication. Abule Ado and all of that.
I just get this thing there, know my flavor. You is my flavor.
Yeah.
Atiba.
I just want to be sure that your own property is not among the one we government.
I dey hear say land is cheap there, but I never go there.
You never go there. Okay. So don't just go to a place just because it is cheap.
If I remember what you tell us.
From that publication, I heard that some people have been on their land for 40 years, and now is the problem coming up.
That means that they acquired the Bible that.
Well, I don't let me claim to know the full story. I just read those other people's, the affected people's publication in the papers. Their lawyers published something in the paper, so was claiming certain things. I don't know what government has by serving them. Physical planning had gone to them and invited them or something. So they want to expand that road, and I think that there are some people in the right of way, and they are the ones affected. So if probably they've bought along the right of way. They bought land supposedly along the right of way, you know.
If I buy land, how have you take no? Because now the importance of this will be that, and the phone lines are open. Please let us ask questions
today. To ask questions. You know, also over the weekend, I was somewhere and we're checking the papers of a particular property. The first time I was in that area, in that house, I noticed that the house is actually a corner piece. The numbering, even in the numbering of the street, the place is number 2. You know, number 2, now in start for even numbers be that. You understand? Because number 1 go start for odd number on the other side. This one go be number 2, then number 3, number 4, like that. But do you know that over the years, there has been like 3 or so plots sold after that people have built. And that place used to be bush and all. That area is around pipeline area. So the road looks like it's very wide, but it's wide because they've provided for the pipeline right of way. And then there is also road. I don't know if you've been to those pipeline area, but what has happened obviously is that the Omoniles in that area, they've sold additional plots into the right of way of whether the pipeline or the main road, because they want to make money. Do you understand? Now, in like those properties have been there now for years. When I knew that property, maybe about 20-something years ago. Do you understand? Those other properties are like maybe less than 20 years, but they've been there for some time. In another 10 years or 15 years now, government wants to do something and serves those ones notice now. They will say, we've been here and all of that. So it's very important really to be sure. So I say that the way to look at it for better understanding is to understand that, look, when you are dealing in anything real estate, there are 2 things you want to check. You want to check it not just to know whether it's CFO or whatever, no, but to know the level of risk you are getting yourself into. Because any and every investment has element of risk. It is the risk that is rewarded in the return. So when you have high risk, you probably would have high return. When you have low risk, you will definitely have low return.
Like that.
So you need to, and people that are savvy in investment, they just don't fill up their investment baskets, okay, with just high risk investments. They also diversify and also, reduce the risk by bringing in low risk investments to balance it. However, they also have what they call risk threshold, the risk beyond which they will not take, because that one is too big for them.
Big.
So for properties, there are two things you have to check.
Okay.
It is from those two things that your risk will come. Okay. Documentation and possession.
Documentation and possession.
Very
documentation
important.
Be the first question where I ask.
Yes. I think we've actually talked about it in some of our previous episodes also extensively. So I will encourage you to go to WAP TV YouTube channel and go to Property Matta and educate yourself more, even beyond what we'll talk about today. So documentation, the land, let's say in Nigeria or in Lagos State, in Nigeria, exists in a number of forms. Okay. From my own research, I've limited it to like 4 forms that land exists.
Okay.
And out of those 4 forms, there are some you should not even touch, depending on your appetite for risk. There are some that you can, if you are still a bit, you still can embrace risk a bit. So there is land that can be said to be free. First, you must understand our land tenure system in this country. Our legal land tenure system is such that every land is held in trust. The land of a state, the land that are in urban areas of a state, they are held in trust for the people by the governor. The ones that are in rural areas are held in trust for the people by the local government chairman. That's our land tenure system. Okay? So meaning that every land really, government can have a say on it, especially for the good of the generality of the public. In public interest or for public interest, they can have a say. Okay? However, when you say a land is free, okay, it means that land is probably, government has not said that they want to use it for anything. So that land is still in full custody and administration of the original landowners, your moneyless. You understand? It's still in full custody and administration. Okay? Now, such a land, when you want to buy any land at all, I've always said you do 2 things. 1, you check the land status or the land status. Okay? You check the land status. This is what we are talking about now, whether free or the other ones I will mention.
Acquired.
And then you check the land use. Land status is different from land use. Land status tells you whether it is free or whether it is encumbered in any way. Okay? And land use tells you the use you can put that land to. Because even if it is free, it may be stipulated clearly that this is the type of use you can put it to. Okay. For agric, for residential, for commercial, the level of floors you can go and things like that. Do you understand? So you must check those 2 things. So when somebody says I'm buying land, there is something called land information certificate.
Okay.
That land information certificate, what it tells you is the status of your land. The status we are talking about. It will tell you it is free. We have Daniel from Abuja.
Dan, good morning. Good morning, Daniel. Dan?
I hope we've not lost him.
I think we lost him.
Okay. So it is, you check the status that it is free, okay?
And the usage.
And the usage is very important. The status you can check by working with a land surveyor. Go to the land bureau when you pick coordinate, or better still actually, go to the surveyor general's office. When you pick the coordinate on that land yourself, visit that land. Don't rely on the survey they gave you if they've been surveyed before.
Take your own survey.
Pick the coordinate of that land by yourself and go there. Very important, okay? Go there, pick the coordinate yourself, then go to the surveyor general's office of that state and do what they call charting. Okay, so that charting, they will be able to tell you, okay, this land that you're talking about is within this place. You can write officially that from various states, they have the process by which you can get land information certificate. So they will communicate back to you to say this land is free or this land is encumbered in any way. Do you understand? So that's one. Then you go to the physical planning, Ministry of Physical Planning for that state also to find out what is the use of this place. If you are in a Lagos state, for example, a number of the places in Lagos, we already have what we call master plan. Government has done what they call master plan. You can obtain such documents even from the physical planning office. Okay, so if you obtain such documents, going through it, you can know the area where you are interested in, what use it is reserved for, or has been approved for, or have been planned for. Okay. Do you understand? So that you can find out whether it corresponds with the use you have in mind. Because we've had instances and we've seen situations where people ordinarily wanted to build a residential property, but they bought a place where they say it has to be recreational.
Amusement park area.
Or it has to be industrial.
Ben.
You know, so it will be difficult for you to get building plan approval for that place. Even though the place is free, you have this C4, whatever it is, you have title for the place, but you may not be able to use it for that purpose you want to use it for. So then you may have to then start to do what they call change of use, which is not as easy to really obtain, because also government should not make it as easy to just be changing the plan they have. So that's why it is usually,
but
you
change
have to
of use
is
available.
It's possible, but you have to justify why they have to change. That use. You have to really justify.
Maybe small process.
It may not be that easy. It may not be that easy. So you want to be sure you are right from day one. Okay, that's that. Then, if the land is free, that's the status of the land. There is also the land that are acquired, because like I said, land is put in trust. Okay, land is held in trust by the governor for the people. And there may be plans that government want to have, things that they want to do for the benefit of the generality of people, for which they need land. What government does is to acquire places that they require for such things, okay, and pay compensation. So that's what the law allows them to be able to do, so that they can have access to that land
and achieve the
whatever they want
for
to
the
do.
generality.
And this is what then happens. So because landowning families, sometimes government may acquire land for a particular purpose this year. It may take them 10 years or more to get to actually doing that thing. Within the period...
Sorry, sir.
Okay, we have Solomon from Abuja.
Good morning, Solomon.
Good morning, sir.
How are you doing, Solomon?
Fine, sir.
Please go ahead with your question.
Okay, sir. Sir, I want to ask, which, if you want to acquire land at local government level, is there any specific department that is in charge that we can go to make inquiry that, okay, I need the land in your local government? Is there any free area that... I think you understand what I'm saying.
I'm trying to understand you. But I think that in every local government, there are various departments.
Okay, sir.
So there are departments that will deal with land
use,
land use and things like that. So you can find out those that department, and those are the people you should be talking to.
Okay, sir.
Like in every state, you know, there are various ministries. In every local government, there are also various departments, various units. So you should find out the one that deals with land acquisition and land issues. Okay?
Okay, on top of that, we want to say a very big thank you, because we never finish. Yes,
we'll have to continue.
We have to continue next week, and you see they clear the types of uses.
Yes.
So that we're not going to make that mistake, say because it's free, it no fit be acquired. So on top of that, let's go on this shikini break, so that our Yaloja, the woman will say she dey carry different land for sale, come market our own goods too. Go nowhere. Madam Adiola will be back with me. Yes, you're welcome back. The woman will be saying she's sabi sef on how to sell land sef don dey with us. I talk about Queen Adi Rector. How you doing, ma?
I'm fine. Good morning, sir.
Gbogbo ilé ńkọ́?
Gbogbo ilé wa.
Gbogbo ilẹ̀ ńkọ́?
Gbogbo ilẹ̀ náà ń bẹ. Good morning, everyone. My name is Adiola O. Azan, your one and only Queen Hadi Realtors. Okay, today, what I have for us is at Eleko, Queen's Garden Estate. Queen's Garden Estate, Eleko. The reason we are bringing this particular property to you is because of its beachfront view. We all know that a property with a beachfront appreciates faster, and the likes of Ikoyi, the likes of Elegushi, the likes of Eleko, Oniru and Co., you owning a property by the beachside is a plus, because by the time you are ready, you won't wait for it. Is it the serenity? Is it the cool breeze? Is it the location? And from what we have seen, this particular property is the bomb. And guess what? Its price is shaking you.
How much?
We are selling it for 3.6 million naira. Guess what also? It is payable in 18 months.
Wow.
With an initial full plot.
Full plot in 3 point?
Yes, 3.6. If you are doing 6-month payment plan, it's 3.9. If you are doing 12-month payment plan, it's 4.2. If you are doing 18 months payment plan, it's 4.5. Initial deposit of 300,000 naira, then you can start spreading your balance till when you are done. And it is a buy and build. As we can see, it is a total dry land, and it has an approved excision, so it is a titled land. It is free from all form of government encumbrances, so it's not a case of it is committed or no. It has a freehold, and it is very close to the popular Amen estates that we all are clamoring for. So please tell me a reason why you won't buy into Queen's Garden Eleko.
The even reason where you talk, where me I like, say it's free from all government encumbrances. You say that means the government no can't disturb, no encumbrances from government at all.
No encumbrances.
You're not gonna call it loan. So therefore, so our details go pop up now, and we'll feel free to talk to her after the show. Please, it's very important. Why she did here, she not go fit pick calls, but after the show, she go fit definitely attend to you on prices, on payments. Is in a 3.6
million naira. And I need to add this. Our sales is closing on the 28th of this month. Because we have just 10 plots remaining. So tell a friend to tell a friend who knows a friend.
Just 10 plots.
Just 10 plots remaining. And the sales is closing on the 28th. So make that first move with just an initial deposit of 300,000 naira.
What about that aspect where you say somebody if he spread down for
18 months?
18 months, that's over a year.
Yes, no. A year and a half.
Say that 18 months now, when I can't do calculation for I say monthly, you buy look about a month, so like this you must they pay every month.
Yes.
Abi, now convenient.
Convenience too matters. It depends on what you have stated with the company ahead of time. Some will say they want to be paying every 3 months, so it's going to be like a total calculation. And some will tell you, okay, every 2 months. Some will tell you every 4 months. So it all depends on you, because your convenience is what we are after as well. But the cocoa, according to Chief Dolododo, is that you should come and buy into Queen's Garden Eleko.
Queen's Garden, Ibejuleki, Abi?
Yes, Eleko Axis.
Wow.
That's a beach view. If you come out from your estate like this, you can go and Bategun by the beach side.
Wow.
What you are paying money for to go and do, it is free. That's why people are buying into it.
Person go to see Okun by you Okun lokan.
Okonko, you will be in front of Okun like this. And you know, for instance, if you are there, the kind of breeze that will be blowing you. In fact, all the ideas that you want to make it alive, they will bring it that moment.
Then because in a cool breeze.
They will bring it
down. It's not a polluted breeze, it's a cool breeze. Well, Queen's Garden Estate, now you see for your screen. So for those who get interest, where they do it, where they tap into the opportunities. So, Madam Diola Azan, what are the things you feel person we want to come procure should know or have at the back of their mind?
The first thing is pick your phone, give us a call.
Okay.
Once you do that, we arrange for inspection at your convenience. After inspection, bring out your token, bring out your phone, do your transfer, fill your subscription form, pick up your necessary documents.
So let's say any person will collect every document.
Within 24 hours, because you get invoice within 24 hours. If the hard copies are not ready, within 2 days, that should be ready. I'm only giving us the hierarchical measures to it. Then when you're done paying, come and pick up your allocation and start building.
So if person make full payment, it possible within that 2 days, make you collect everything where you need documentation.
Yes, you collect your documentation, but allocation will be like 6 weeks after your full payments, so that they'll map it out for you. Then you can start building.
Is there a particular style? Say maybe you must not build 2-story or you can build 3-story. Is there anything like that?
Yes, for every real estate properties, there are measures. I've always been saying this. There are measures that guide them. For instance, now you can't build a residential property in a commercial zone.
Okay.
You can't build a face me, I slap you in an estate. So you
that way I can't get money to face me and face you limit. I have a call come you say
no, they can't do yeah. They only do yo. You know, everybody has levels now. You have to, you know.
So that kind of place, face me and face you only work.
It's
okay. I'm with you.
So that you will do that. So there are measures, everything, there are setbacks. You have to just, go with the flow of the estate settings. But trust me, you will love it.
Okay, most definitely you will love it. You've heard from her. Now our details you see for your screen, so feel free. Our WhatsApp number self there. Call her, ask her any question as far as that land they concern for Eleko. And from myself and Madam Adiola Adejana, we say tap into opportunities and see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.